International football has always been about getting it right on the night. And Graham Taylor, believing that his side was close enough to doing that against Norway, gives this lineup a vote of confidence, presumably with reference to mastermind about starting and finishing. The one change is Carlton Palmer for the injured David Batty. Des Walker makes his 50th appearance for his country against the same opposition manager, incidentally, as when he made his debut back in September 1988. And Ian Wright gets his 7th chance to break his scoring duck. A lucky number for some. Sepp Piontek's choice for Turkey suggests 5 players in midfield, which could cause some problems. And Paul Gascoigne can expect to have a marker in close proximity. 6 of the 11 played in the European Championships qualifier here 13 months ago, including Unal, now the captain, who required Woods to call on the help of his crossbar. And this time they have a big centre-forward, Haken. So Taylor will want no repeat of the free headers on offer the last time. Bo Carlson of Sweden is making his first appearance at Wembley, and he refereed the last occasion England won the match in Finland before the European Championship. The bookmakers, generous fellows, have England 5-1 on to win this match, with Turkey 12-1 against, which suggests they've taken no account of Turkey's improvement or the fact that England are on the brink of their worst result sequence for 11 years. First clearance by Chris Woods. Back by Bulent. Both goalkeepers in action with feet. Pearce, who's cross-produced the goal in the European Championships, scored by Alan Smith. Dixon. It's a long chase for Orhan. Dixon always looked the favourite. Comfortable clearance. Busy start. Well spread out by Wright. Wright coming this way. Wasn't able to get ahead of his man, who was Bulent. Crisply pushed around. But that wasn't the best of passes to Pearce. Walker. Hakan back. And Walker. With Recep just there in time.
Good to see Des Walker actually surging forward, because with Turkey definitely going to fill the midfield as they normally do, and then like to break and perhaps join the number 11 Hakan, but it means probably the 2 centre-backs, Tony Adams and Des Walker, will on occasions need to bring it out of defence, so good to see him encouraged so early on to get forward.
Came off the head of Adams, and Walker putting it out of harm's way, and a slight misunderstanding between Walker and Woods, I think, but Hakan with about half an inch to an inch in height on Adams. It's a big fella, and he started his international career very well indeed. 5 goals in the last 5, 5 in 6 in total. He scored 2 against San Marino. That's Turkey's last match before coming here. They played 2, they lost narrowly in Poland 1-0, and they beat San Marino 4-1. It didn't take a conclusive lead until 4 minutes from time, and scored 3 goals between then and the final whistle. England with 3 up. Shearer, corner. Gascoigne to take. Ince has joined Wright in the 6-yard area. 4 to come from further back. One of them being Shearer, and the goalkeeper comes an awful long way. Palmer. Recep. Pearce. Again, a nice layoff by Wright. Simple, but crisply done. Shearer. Gascoigne. Dixon. Driven cross and off the far post. Cross by Pearce. Still the pressure on Turkey. Platt. Crowd rising to this very aggressive, in the best sense of the word, start by England. And Dixon extremely unlucky.
Well, it was a good start, wasn't it, by England? Lee Dixon, who probably against Norway, I'd said his crosses just lacked that final ball. On that occasion, it was a very hard, firm cross. You had to have a look at the goalkeeper, Hayrettin, and decide how it ended up hitting the far post. And then actually, when the ball came back in, he was in no man's land again on the cross. So, if anything, from the opening couple of attacks, it's a query against the goalkeeper on crosses.
Same goalkeeper as last time, when he was beaten just once. Previous goalkeepers of Woods, there's no problem here. Previous goalkeepers have conceded 8 and 5. It was certainly intended as the cross, and it seemed to go through the hands of the goalkeeper. Well, one by Wright. Pearce. It's Curler. And the goalkeeper didn't get to that either. Too much for Platt to do, and that's a free kick.
He struggled on the cross, but to be fair, it was a marvellous cross, and one he should never have come for. It was never a goalkeeper's ball. Stuart Pearce whipping in the sort of cross here that is in with such pace. Look, he's always going to be stretching, and it just came off the top of Shearer's head.
O's again. Orhan. Hami making a long run. Walker there ahead of him. So this is Unal. And Hakan waits in the middle, and Recep over this near side. Well left. Mehmet. Good reply. And very good adjustment by Tony Adams to clear that. Neatly done. It's your man in charge. Dixon. Corner.
Got caught in two minds there, Lee Dixon, and I'm not surprised the defenders looking at the lines, but I thought England were a bit fortunate. We won't complain. Let's see if they can capitalise on it.
I think you're being slightly generous. Sepp Piontek, the German manager, formerly of Denmark and now of Turkey since 1990. They've certainly improved their fortunes. I suspect that Lee Dixon might have had at least 3 thoughts in his mind then. Hakan up. Beautifully struck corner again. Palmer. And it's England's ball. Long legs to good purpose from the Sheffield Wednesday player. Well kept in. Oh dear. Did the hard part, but then he had no room for manoeuvre. Right. O's. Right shot. Good one. And the follow-up. Ogun just got there ahead of Shearer. England not enjoying too much fortune.
Good shot by Ian Wright. That'll do him a lot of good, but I mean, Hayrettin is having one of those games where nothing is going to stick to his hands, and if that had bounced kindly, Alan Shearer just have followed up and slid it into the net. At the moment, just going a yard the wrong side, isn't it?
Queuing up again, the goalkeeper off his line. And a rather flash shot wide by Tony Adams. But Demirbas Hayrettin from Galatasaray, who made his debut against England in Izmir in May of last year, leading a little bit of a charm life at the moment. Fairness to him, he's coming for everything. We used to criticise goalkeepers for that. The miss-hit was by Shearer, the follow-up wide by Adams.
His defenders won't be too pleased if he's coming for everything and not getting any of it.
You're dead right there. It's 27th match for Graham Taylor, rarely having them made a more sprightly start under his control. Ince, Gascoigne. And rumours from the Turkish camp that he would be followed everywhere prove so far to be false. No room for manoeuvre for Unal.
Yeah, definitely no one picking up Gascoigne. When they actually lose possession, whoever's the nearest goes to him, but no one in particular, which does surprise me, because just on one or two occasions where he has got the space, he has made the telling pass, one to Dixon to set him free for the one that hit the post, and he spread play wide when he was running at the defence as well before. So let's see if they sort of give it 20 minutes, and then if he decides to sort of have more and more influence, they might put somebody on him. But at the moment, definitely he's not got a man marker.
Right. Playing with a lot of confidence, the Arsenal player. Palmer calls for it, keeps onside. Perhaps shouldn't have been allowed to do so. Brulent with him. Room for the cross now, three waiting for it. Shearer. Away by Gürkan. And this is Ouz. Unal. Interesting to see Platt then in the defensive position from midfield. A little bit wide, a little bit wild, I mean. Mehmet, early ball. Hakan. Three around him. Adams is a bit short. Recep. Hami came on as a sub 13 months ago. It's a good cross, and Walker struggling to get there, and the shot didn't come. Oh, and off the crossbar from Unal. It was Hakan who couldn't get the first shot away. Amazingly, it took an eternity. And Hami over the top, but really, the man in error there is the one we're looking at now, because he went for a glory shot when all he needed to do was to keep it on target. Walker was taken out of the play here, and Hakan hesitated. Woods got the block, and off the crossbar from Unal.
I take it all back what I said about us not quite having the luck, because that was an amazing escape.
Palmer. Ince, and then Gascoigne, and then Dixon. Fullback certainly more prepared to get forward than we've seen in the past. Shearer got away. Had a bit more time than he took. Hasn't scored for the last 4 games for his club. It's a total of 16 in all competitions. Shearer makes the first run, then in comes Platt. Hayrettin gets to it this time. But he's brave if a touch foolhardy. Out by Mehmet. Unal. All sorts of options. Orhan is down the middle. O's in possession. Walker matching the run of Orhan.
Can't afford any complacency, because they break very quickly, got a lot of pace, good technique, very similar to the game last year, where in midfield they look very good going forward. Just that last final third, sometimes their finishing did let them down. But on that occasion a couple of minutes ago, it was probably just the crossbar, wasn't it? But they are very good technically.
Ince. Not the best of passes. Gascoigne sort of took it second time around. And Gascoigne again. Lovely. Goal! Wonderful. The expression of Laurie McMenemy summing up the feeling not only in the stadium but I suspect in the country. Paul Gascoigne has scored. Wonderful shimmy. They made a mess of it, the Turks, to be fair. Good challenge that won the ball by Ince. England lead. Gascoigne scores his third goal for his country.
Well, that was Paul Gascoigne at his very best, wasn't it? Tried to take them on in the first place. Two defenders blocked him out. Paul Ince won the ball back, and 1 against 1, you would always bet on Paul Gascoigne to create the opening, picked his spot superbly. What a start to the game. Both sides could have scored, but the all-important opener comes from Paul Gascoigne.
It's his first goal since April 90 against Czechoslovakia, when he ran the match that night and got his place in the World Cup. Certainly a gap between midfield and defence to run into there. Mehmet. Dummy didn't work for him. Right back helping out. Here's the skipper. A troubled season so far. It's a bit more his old self this evening. Right. No, says the referee, who had an excellent view of the challenge by Recep. Palmer. Gascoigne. Ince. Palmer's on the left touchline. Ince in possession. 2 against 2 in the middle. Not a good cross. It's gone off the boil just a little bit, the match. There's somebody who can make the kettle whistle again. Pearce. Will he attack his man? Yes, he will. Didn't come off, but even so.
Well, at least the fullbacks are in those wide positions. Naturally enough, they're not quite as adept as a wide attacking player would be to perhaps just wrong foot the defender to make the half yard to get their cross in. And of course, you know, if you look at the Turkish side, they've got a little number 7 Harmy, who on the right-hand side is a natural winger and has got 3 or 4 very telling crosses. And although England are 1-0 up, perhaps that's an option if it was to stay as tight as this, that Graham Taylor has got to bring on, you know, Andy Sinton or Paul Merson, who both can play wide.
Platt. Right. Crowd very appreciative. Lovely return ball from Platt. Shearer trying for a curler which barely got off the ground. Played by Dixon. Bit of space for Gascoigne, who runs at people again. Now a good cross from Dixon. Wright's header.
It was a good cross though, it was good build-up. They're finding their men well, and then play was spread wide to Lee Dixon. It was a good cross. Ian Wright not quite able to get the power and to keep it down, and it was a comfortable save. But at the moment, England are spreading the play well. Wright, arrogant little flick from Gascoigne.
Shearer coming in, scores! Lovely goal, lovely goal. The defender was asleep. Ogun seemed to be totally unaware that Shearer was coming in. Paul Gascoigne who started it. Look at this little flick. Right into space, made good use of it. Now Shearer's hanging back on the right at the moment, but he's now about to come in, and the man who's supposed to be watching him loses him completely, and England lead 2-0.
Well, I have to say that's the best England goal I've seen for a long, long time. Great build-up. Paul Gascoigne's one touch was superb. Ian Wright looks up, Shearer drags the defender away, then he starts to come. Perfect cross, diving header. You couldn't see a better goal. As I say, it's a picture book goal. Good understanding between the two strikers, and of course that is the benefit perhaps of a settled side in an attacking lineup. Gascoigne knowing the right was there to get the flick. His pace taking him clear of the defenders, looking up and linking well with Shearer.
Dixon, and again, Ince did well. And Shearer can't! Defended it awfully well because the goalkeeper was beaten by the cross. And Ogun got it away this time. Dixon epitomising the confidence in the England side. Ince did awfully well then because the pass was slightly behind him. Gascoigne, Pratt says, take it easy, you've got plenty of time. Palmer, Gascoigne. Ball back to mark the two, Palmer gets forward. And we'll get the cross in. Pratt waiting. Right. Pearce offers himself. Good pass. Back inside a little uncomfortably, the England captain. Pace in that ball from Ince. But Pearce had stopped. Slight reluctance. Gascoigne. Given tons of room to turn. Good defending. And Adams covers well. And just listen to the hand that England are getting as they come off at half-time. An ebullient first 45 minutes. And there, together, the two goal scorers. Paul Gascoigne after 16 minutes, Alan Shearer after 29 minutes. And it'll be a pretty happy dressing room that they're going back to. But more goals are needed because Norway still have plenty in the bag.
Welcome, Grapple fans!
Welcome indeed to the world of grapple with our very own Grapplemeister, Sid Waddell.
Ow, that was a bit below the belt.
Featuring Kendo Nagasaki from Stoke-on-Trent. And arch-enemy Sainton McManus.
Ow, my arm!
And in a world where the bigger the better, the crowd's favourite, Big Daddy! And not forgetting the mountain himself, Giant Haystacks, all 48 stone of him.
Sid Waddell's Wrestling Show.
Tonight at 11:30 on ESPN Classic. It's mental.
It's summer in Vegas. All the finest players are in town. The heat is rising, and this can mean only one thing. The World Series of Poker is back, and everyone wants to take home a title. So I'm going to be here, right in the thick of it, to bring you all the news and gossip from the most famous tournament in the world.
Join David Tuckman for World Series The Inside Track, weeknights, all in sport.
Have you spotted Chevrolet's great offers around town this summer? With savings of up to £2,700 off the MRP across the Chevrolet range. To find your nearest retailer, text VALUE to 82882 or call 0800 666 222. Chevrolet, we put value first.
In this world, it takes all kinds.
Hey, yo, DJ! What up?
Holy Porsche.
Ow, 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 ow.
From the creators of Finding Nemo and The Incredibles.
Oh, yeah. How about some organic fuel? Okay.
Disney Pixar's Cars.
Want to save on the sofa? They're all coming at you. The DFS sale's on, so you're gonna find one. A big leather corner group, room for the whole troop. Comfy and cozy, totally homely. Only $368, isn't it great? Somewhere to put your head down, one that spins round and round. Looking for a credit deal? How does this feel? Half price leather. This one's a belter, under 500. Enough said. These are double discount to save you twice the amount. The DFS double discount sale now on.
If you hit me at 40 miles an hour, there's around an 80% chance I'll die. Hit me at 30 and there's around an 80% chance I'll live.
Because our eyes should be able to look and feel as good as they possibly can, designer glasses start from £99 at the Boots Opticians sale.
Free calls every Saturday, Sunday and Monday for life. O2 long weekends. Now that's something to smile about. Exclusive to O2 shops. It's your O2. See what you can do.
Sunshine came softly through our window today.
At Magna's,
It'll take time, I know it.
this has always been the perfect time to put everything on ice. Magna's Irish Cider. Time dedicated to you.
One change at the Turkish side for the start of the second half. Uğur of Galatasaray has come on in replace of Mehmet of Beşiktaş. England raring to go. They were greeted like conquering heroes as they came out for the second half. Rarely has the England team during Graham Taylor's time been so much in tune with the crowd, and vice versa. Here's Ian Wright. And all the Arsenal supporters and a few others would like to see the evening capped by him getting his name on the score sheet. Here's Uğur. Hami. Seems a long time ago, the chance that he laid on. It's a rather curious pass by Carlton Palmer. One or two looks being shown to whichever Wednesday player. And here's Uğur. And it's over the top. Wonderful chance for him. He got completely into space. England caught a little bit cold at the start of the second half, and they really ought to be made to pay.
Wonderful chance, wasn't it? I mean, clipped a perfect ball, good run from deep, left unmarked, knew exactly where Chris Woods was, just made the touch too heavy, always going to clear the crossbar. A goal at the start of the second half could have transformed it, couldn't it?
Here's the man who played the pass, Ooze to Uğur, but the Ooze were in England's favour. Dixon. Turkish free kick, quickly taken by Gürkan. And a bit of holding.
That chance all came from just that negative back pass, didn't it, from Carlton Palmer, that sort of put the England defence under pressure, and they never sort of settled down after that for a couple of minutes.
And I would suggest still haven't, Trevor. Challenged by Ince. Had a very good first half. Significant part in the first goal. And in with the tackles, winning the ball so often. Driven across. Platz with the head, Shearer with the foot. But it's still Turkey on top. Hami's shot. A little more promising for Sepp Piontek. And it's lifted the numerous Turkish support. Won 4, drawn 1 and lost 2 is their record in 1992. They didn't win a game in the 2 previous years. Ball well won by Wright. Let's get going again, seemed to be the message. No foul by Orhan. Palmer. Ince. Shielded by Gascoigne. Dixon. Gascoigne. England back in motion. Free kick is given to England. Referee wants Unal back a little bit. That's just around the penalty spot, those two. Shearer and Ogun. And Pearce, maybe another crack. He's got to bend it. Rather lazy clearance by Orhan. The manager won't be too pleased with that. On by Pearce. Good recovery by Ogun. And the free kick is to England. A little bit too keen. Unal. Oh dear. First time in the evening, Graham Taylor must be shifting a little bit on his seat. Actually, for the second time, he got unhappy at one stage in the first half. England not settling down yet in the second period. Might now. Ince again, it's a difficult one, but didn't quite curl enough away from the goalkeeper.
As you say, he's worked very hard, Paul Ince. A great touch by Paul Gascoigne. Just loses his balance, but just got the awareness to touch it wide to Paul Ince. The cross just too near the goalkeeper.
And another free kick given away. Halfway in the other half. Now, Hami can hit them from this range. He did against San Marino, and the goalkeeper lost it, and Hakan scored from the follow-up. Good strike. Oh, and a good save too. Wonderful free kick. 35 yards surely. And a very good save, particularly as Carlton Palmer may have inadvertently got in the line of flight. But they haven't got it away yet. Good start to the second half by Turkey. One or two England minds still in the dressing room, I'm sorry to say. Ince. Ian Wright. Gascoigne. Oh, made it difficult for Gascoigne then. Pearce. Ince again picking up the pieces. It was big Hakan who came back to collect. It's only 21, the Turkish number 11. And we may well look back on the chance that went away in this one. Held up again by Alan Shearer. Pearce. Palmer's gone forward. Right, good strike. Had to dig it out from slightly behind him too. But the goalkeeper would have been disappointed to have lost it. Good play again by Dixon.
Pushed in again well, Lee Dixon, and couldn't just quite get in the cross. But I mean, good to see him push into far forward and pressurising the defender who just picked it up from the goalkeeper's throw out.
Adams marching forward to the near post with a military air. Shearer doing a lot of running. Pearce, interesting header, right. Good cross, they're queuing up. Good punch by the goalkeeper. Pearce. And the deflection took it wide, and Platch was not offside because there was a man on the line. Smiles on the England bench. But an opportunity that went away.
Well, one of those scrams. The goalkeeper for once did get his hand to the punch. Stuart Pearce hits his shot, just rebounds off Shearer, and then David Platt, who would have blocked out the goalkeeper. As you can see, he punches it, goes to make his ground. Pearce hits a volley, just hits Shearer, just dribbles past the post.
Orhan with a lot of space, they got pulled in then, England. Good covering header by Walker. England lead by 2-0. But Turkey have come back well in the second period. A goal for them now would pick a few early balloons. England need to re-establish their authority. Right. A little bit of pushing by Ogun. Ogun, one of the players from Trabzonspor, who led the advance by that club at international level. That's a good ball by Gascoigne to Shearer. He's somewhat isolated. Now Ince, right, waiting at the back post and coming in, but it's well held. Ball was again a bit too close to Hayrettin. Free kick. A shake of hands that was hugely effective, and the referee did well to spot it.
Paul Ince did well again, didn't he? Harrison did defend. One possession, got pulled down, and Stuart Pearce handballs across, and this one is in a prime position.
It's another clean the barrel time and take protection time. Certain amount of bravery from the front too. Dixon and Ince. It's a question of in he comes and dive. Gascoigne might go the other way. No, it's Pearce, and it's struck, and it's in.
Yeah, Stuart Pearce, and it just took a deflection, didn't it? And it took it away from the goalkeeper. Great strike, that's what he's so effective at. It was in the perfect position. Those two did get out of the way just in time. And as you can see, it struck, it just come off that defender, I believe, which took it away from the goalkeeper.
Stretching for all he could, Hayretin, but couldn't get there. England lead 3-0. Stuart Pearce's third goal of his international career, his first as captain. Certainly got a deflection, but it will go down as goal number 3, Stuart Pearce. Against the run of play, really, in the second half, England were beginning to settle again. And the goal now has given them a launching pad to make this a result that really counts. As in the first half, a miss by Turkey, they are left to rue. Recep. Right. Beautifully taken by Walker. And must be Gascoigne, thank you very much. Lovely break on the left side, and Gascoigne's second of the evening. Very unselfish, Alan Shearer. Celebration a little elaborate, but 'twas ever thus with that young man. Shearer did well, good break on the left side. And Carlton Palmer, full of himself. It was so well taken by Des Walker. And look at Shearer here. He goes, in comes Gascoigne. The goalkeeper comes feet first, and you don't do that against Gascoigne.
Well, terrific goal. Ian Wright playing it square. Des Walker surging forward. Alan Shearer skipping over it. Many strikers here would have hit the first shot. Superb composure. Dummies, just passes it into the net.
Gascoigne again. Shearer again. Wright pulls away, but it won't come to him, and it nearly came to Platt, denied by Recep. Seen by Pearce. Free kick against Oral. A little bit of getting your own back, I suspect, from the earlier challenge. Now does Gascoigne fancy a crack here? He does. Oh, and it didn't get a touch. Goalkeeper down, little push and shove, all very unnecessary. That's a pity, we don't need any of this. They had to follow the ball in.
I think Alan Shearer will be a bit disappointed he didn't get the touch, because the free kick found him in space. He went for the side foot. As you can see, it's whipped in here. Alan Shearer comes in, misses it. Goalkeeper held on to it. Tony Adams, a bit reckless coming in.
Unal. Free kick against Walker. Perhaps it's worth noting that Poland only managed to score one against this team in their home match. Harmy again. Good break left side again. Right once more. But the ball bobbled a bit for him. I'm not sure that was his first intention. It seemed to bobble. He was stretching when he hit it. Owes to the new player. Dropped into midfield. Started life as a fullback. Good enough player to play for the rest of the world against Germany. After the 90 World Cup. And he knows he's in the contest now. One former captain meeting England's new captain. My name's Pierce, what's yours? Minutes left, and I must say I'm pleased to see Gascoigne moving properly again. I'm not sure that was right by Palmer. Free kick against Bullen. Again, he shielded the ball well, and it's taken, and it's side netting. Ian Wright, it's the nearest he's come. Driven across, good flick on, and well, more than a flick really, but Wright couldn't pull it back enough.
A good flick on it. It's just one of those hanging crosses, went beyond the far post, didn't come down quick enough for him to then get his shot, and in the end it was too tight an angle.
Palmer, Gascoigne, space left side for Pearce, inside Recep, and improvises, and first time shot! Ince, the unlucky player. It was a good knockdown by Hayrettin, who started in fairly alarming fashion, but give him credit where it's due, he's done some good things. Not always as in the goalkeeper's manual, but effective. Gascoigne takes, Adams rises, but it was a brush of the forelock, no more.
Well, as this one comes out, Paul, Ince hits a terrific shot, doesn't it? I mean, either side of the keeper, and I think it would have gone in. I think Hayrettin was self-defence there, wasn't it, to keep it out?
Hakan. Always again. Unal. Swedish referee totally unimpressed, and rightly. Poor piece of play by Unal, he could have done better than that. Trying to get away from Adams. Didn't try too hard. Stumbling run, and here's Wright. Goal kick.
Another wonderful run by Paul Gascoigne. That Ian Wright, a bit frustrated that he still can't get that opening, but I mean, superb balance to go past the defender. Just runs away from a bit, still got that awareness to flick it with the outside of his foot. Ian Wright just having to be pushed wide. But I think Paul Gascoigne in a few weeks' time would have been able to keep his balance that little bit more. He's, what, 85%, 90% fit now. But I mean, he's still a wonderful talent, isn't he?
Out by Walker, but not very well. Recep. And again, it's not out well, that time by Adams. Turkey ending the half as they started it, with a good spell. England have pulled everybody back. Oh, very comfortable. Walker didn't expect that throw. He was actually just signalling at that moment for Woods not to play it, but then showed some very deft control. Two minutes left. Pretty strong battling. Ince and then Pearce. And it was Riza who wasn't very happy with the attentions that he was getting.
I bet Riza was pleased he came on. That's about the third crunching tackle he's had from Stuart Pearce. Other than that, he's hardly touched the ball.
Oz. Hakan. Interception by Ince. This is Platt. Shearer inside him, Gascoigne further over, Wright further over still. Back again to Platt. Now they've got an man over, and it's Wright, and he just can't reach it. Went for it with his right and couldn't deflect the ball in. But if it is to be that he still has to wait for his first goal, shouldn't let it worry him too much, because he's played his part in this performance and he's sure to get another chance against San Marino.
Good football again though, 1-2 between Shearer and Platt. Platt looking up, trying to just get it to Wright, just zipped off the surface. But it's a good football played by England throughout. Paul Ince there just laying the ball off, I think, has been outstanding. Gascoigne goes without saying with his 2 goals. Des Walker, Stuart Pearce back to form. I mean, wherever you look through the side, they've all done well. Chris Woods doing a Bruce Grobbelaar.
Well, not quite. Here's Ince again. Look up from Gascoigne, tried to find Shearer. I think his original intention was to play it wide to Dixon. It's now just a question of what the referee is allowing. Iza. Hakan waiting forward. Dixon brings it away. And Wright makes the run, but the whistle beats him. But the happiest night during Graham Taylor's reign as the England manager. This time, the England team come off to a standing ovation. 2 goals from Paul Gascoigne at the heart of everything. The captain getting on the score sheet too. A spectacular goal from Alan Shearer. Turkey still haven't scored against England. England have scored 4 times and played really well to gladden the heart. Merry Christmas, Mr. Taylor.